queuing in the cold, wide-eyed victims of a bloody conflict. These children are from an orphanage in Zaporizhia, a city in Ukraine's southeast. Their home under attack, they've fled like so many others to the Polish border.
My heart is being torn apart. I'm sorry, it is tough. When families are separated, it is very hard. I'm sorry, I simply lack words, and I feel so sorry for these children. They are so young.
The United Nations says more than 1.5 million people have fled Ukraine, the majority to Poland, but also to countries like Israel, where this group of Ukrainian children were today welcomed by the country's Prime Minister. Amidst scenes like this, of families torn apart, Ukraine's president made an emotional appeal for Western help.
I've just been informed about an airstrike on Vinnytsia, 8 missiles, an attack against our peaceful Vinnytsia, a town that never threatened Russia in any way. A missile strike, brutal and cynical. The airport is completely destroyed. They continue destroying our infrastructure, our life that Ukrainians have been building up, our grandfathers and grandmothers. You need to close the airspace. You need to make a no-fly zone for Russia, for all these terrorists.
UK military intelligence says Russian forces are now focusing attacks on densely populated areas. The town of Irpin is just 5 miles from the capital, Kiev. Intense fighting continued there today as wave after wave of families leave. Babies carried to safety by soldiers. They do not know when they will ever be able to return. Russia continues to flex its military might in videos released by their Ministry of Defence. The date and location of these have not been verified, but Russia says it shows their troops in the vicinity of Kiev. But stubborn Ukrainian ground resistance continues to slow the Russian advance. We are fully equipped and will chase out any Russians, this fighter says. Victory will be ours. But at what cost? This was overnight shelling in Zotomir, west of the capital. For a second day in a row, temporary ceasefires in cities under siege fell apart. But humanitarian corridors are still desperately needed by those seeking to flee their burning homes, their dangerous towns. Katerina Fotozzi, Sky News.